Hi guys, Adam from Midwest Panel Builders, and we're excited to be installing our first Intellikey NG system into a Cessna 182. So we just received our NORSEE approval for this product, so we're using this aircraft as our test bed to make sure everything's ready to rock. So we've got our Intellikey NGR here, and for those who haven't seen our original video, that means that this is our next generation unit with recording capability. This can link to certain EFIS products like the Garmin G3X Touch to record data, and we're going to be pulling audio off of the pilot headset position for audio. And this will do 50 hours of each of those things. If you want a more detailed video of all of the features of this unit, check out our video we put out a little while ago on the Intellikey NG system on our YouTube channel. So we expect that this install is going to be relatively quick. This aircraft more recently underwent an avionics upgrade, and during that upgrade we had some of the groundwork already done as far as wires run. So that's going to make our lives a little bit easier. We have our harness actually sitting in the plane already, ready for install. And we've got our diagrams out here and a couple of basic tools that we're going to need to get access. In this aircraft, we would have to run a power wire all the way from the battery up to the front where we're going to be mounting the unit. And then we have a wire coming from the cabin lights in the ceiling down to the same area that we're going to mount the unit in so that we can use the courtesy lighting feature. Everything else is going to be all done behind the panel, so the only interior pieces that we're going to have to take out are the luggage compartment so we can get access to the battery and install the power wire to it. Before we actually get into the installation, I want to just quickly show you kind of the scope of install here with our diagram. So first we have at the top of the diagram the two different ways that you can hook up the audio. This top one here is if you have a mono intercom or radio. The second one is if you have a stereo intercom or radio. And you can see that we've got these two 300 ohm resistors on there for the stereo intercom. These are important if you have an intercom especially that has 3D audio, so that we can not only get both channels of audio into the unit, but also so that we don't mess with any of the features of the intercom. So this prevents that from happening. Moving further along, we've got our discrete outputs for the fob not found or the fob is found. These ones on this aircraft will be hooking up to discrete inputs on the G3X. You can also use panel mount LEDs, or if you get a button that has LEDs on it for start, you can use those as well. We have main power. This is battery power, not bus power, and we have that through our 2 amp inline fuse that's built into the harness. We have ground, which we have a non-replaceable 1 amp fuse on there to protect from a reverse polarity situation. We've got start in and start out. So start in comes from the start switch into the unit, and then start out goes to the contactor on your firewall. Then we have courtesy light power out and in. Power out is what goes to the cabin lighting system. Power in comes from your breaker or switch, so that when you turn on the cabin light from the breaker or switch, it passes through the Intellikey, through diodes, and then out to the cabin light, and then either Intellikey is providing the cabin light power or your aircraft is. We have master on sense input. So what we want you to do with this is just put it on a circuit breaker that's 5 amps or less on the master bus, and that's how the system can tell that you turned on the master so that it can do its job. And then finally we have the RS-232 input. This would be, for example, the G3X Touch. This would be the data feed to the Intellikey from that. So I'm going to go ahead and get started, and when we're done here, we'll check back in and show you how it works. Alright, so the installation's complete, so let's go ahead and do a quick demo of the features on this. I'm going to go ahead and get out of the hangar with an active key, and I'm going to walk in and make sure that the courtesy lighting feature works first. Then we're going to go ahead and power the system on, make sure that the discretes on the G3X are working properly, make sure that the Wi-Fi is working properly and that we can connect, check all of our settings, and then we're going to do an engine run just to make sure the starting system's still good. All right, so thanks for watching this quick installation video of our Intellikey NG system on this 182. The video on purpose was a little vague on the installation because every aircraft is going to be very different, especially from this one where we did a lot of the work well ahead of time. So the installation manual is going to be your best friend, or as always, call us if you have questions while you're doing your own. If you have any questions about the Intellikey system, which is actually in the plane, or any of its features or any compatibility questions, feel free to give us a call, or you can use our contact form on our website. If you'd like to purchase this, you can visit shop.midwestpanels.com and we'll have it up on there for you to purchase.